In this video, I'd like to talk about the math question of the day for Monday, June 26th, 2023. And with this problem, we're told that in Las Vegas, Nevada, stores charge a 4.6% state sales tax and a 3.65% county sales tax. Yuki is purchasing a handbag priced at $220 before taxes. How much sales tax does Yuki pay for her handbag purchase? So a question like this dealing with percentages and word problems will typically be taught in a grade school class, maybe 5th, 6th, or 7th grade, somewhere around there, depending on what school you go to. So at this point, go ahead and pause the video, see if you can work through this on your own. And when you're ready, unpause the video and we can go through this together. Now, assuming that you have attempted the problem, let's start working through this. And for this problem, if we look at our question here, we're looking for the total sales tax that she has to pay for her handbag purchase. So we don't need the total price, we just need the tax. We know the total price would be the $220 plus the sales tax, but we just want to figure out what the tax is. And there are two separate taxes here. So we could write this down that the taxes, or the total tax, would be the state tax plus the county tax. And for each of these, basically we'll take our percentage and multiply it by the cost of the bag. And that will tell us the total tax for either the state or the county. So for the state tax, we'll take our 4.6% and we'll multiply it by the $220. And we'll do the same for the county tax, but we have a different rate. We have 3.65% multiplied by $220. And from here, there are two main approaches. So let me make a little bit of room now that we have the information we need written down. We could calculate both of these individually and then add them together. Or we could recognize that each of these terms here has $220 as a factor. We can factor that out so that we get 4.6% here and 3.65% here. And we could just add these together and then multiply whatever their sum is by the cost of the handbag. And that way, we just have to calculate the tax once. We can just do addition first, and then we do multiplication, rather than multiplying twice and then adding. It's really a matter of preference which way you want to do this. And of course, you could use a calculator, but let's practice going through this by hand. We need to add these percentages first, so we can line up the decimals. We have 4.6%. plus 3.65%, and we could put a 0 there so that we have a placeholder, and we'll just add straight down. We have 5 and 12, we carry the 1, so we get 8.25%. So we take our $220 and multiply by 8.25%. And remember that the word percent, if we split it into two parts, literally just means divide by 100. Cent for 100. And when you see the word per, think division or think divide by. So when we see 8.25%, that literally means 8.25 divided by 100. So we can write 8.25 divided by 100. And division by 100 will make the number smaller and will move the decimal to the left twice. Now, if you want to think about it differently, we can get rid of the decimal in this fraction. We can multiply top and bottom by 100 so that we get 825 over 10,000. And we have 825 10,000, so let's put in our place values. This is the tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000s. So we have 825 of these 10,000s. So this is our decimal answer here. So this 8.25%, like I said, you could just move the decimal twice to the left since we're dividing by 1 followed by 2 zeros. And we will now take this decimal and actually multiply it by 220. And again, we could do this with our calculator, but let's keep practicing our decimal arithmetic. We'll do 220. We're multiplying by 0.0825. And when multiplying decimals, remember we'll just count up the decimal places in each of these factors. It looks like there's just 4 total, and for our answer, we'll move the decimal 4 places to the left. But when we multiply, we can just first ignore those decimals. So we do 5 times 0, which is 0. 5 times 2 is 10. We carry the 1. 5 times 2 again. So we get 10 plus 1, which is 11. Now we move to the next row. And let me cross that out better. Then we do 2 times 0. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. We move to the next row. Now we put 2 zeros there. And 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 2 is 16. We carry the 1. We get 16 plus 1, which is 17. Now we just add straight down. We get 0, 0, 5. This would be 11. Carry the 1. We get 8 and 1. And then we move the decimal 4 places to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like our total tax will be $18.15. Now, like I mentioned, if we want, we could also find the total price. If we go back up to the top, since we know that the handbag is $220, and we just found the total tax is $18.15, we can take our 220, add $18.15 to that, and get $238.15. But again, this question is only asking for the total sales tax.